Hi, this is Carrie from Create Love, and I wanted to jump on and give you a few last minute Valentine's Day ideas to really blow away your Valentine. So, in the spirit of everything that I do at Create Love, I don't want to just give you the ideas. I want to explain what's behind them. Okay. So first of all, I am going to focus on this video on heteronormative couples. I'm interested in the love and the experience of all couples right now. From experience, I've just focused more on heterosexual couples. So this first part is if you're a man looking for Valentine's ideas for a woman. Okay, now here's the teaching. Behind your gift or idea, what most women want to feel is most women want to feel seen, adored, loved, and cherished. They want to feel special. Women want to feel love and romance. I read this thing, I do not know if it's true, but it seems like it could be true. I read it online, so it must be true. I'm just kidding. No, I read something somewhere and I don't have the source, so we're not gonna cite this as true. But I did read something somewhere that the amount of pages viewed in pornography and visual pornography was equal to the amount of pages read in erotica for women or romance. So the way that a man might respond to something visual, a woman is responding to words. So your words are going to go really far with your Valentine and creating romance. Even in this is super cool in tantric circles, it is taught that the way that energy cycles between a man and a woman is that energy actually comes from the man's genitals, up from there, moves up. So it's going from there. It's coming in from that primal sense of lust and urge and sexuality, and it's going up all the way up, and it goes to her heart. And then from her heart, it goes back down and cycles down to his heart. So then his heart is touched and her sexual areas are touched. So basically, the way that the loop works is that men are primarily going to be driven and respond more sexually or erotically in terms of desire, and women is going to be more in terms of the emotions created by words and experiences. So it's going to be more heart-centered, and that is actually going to bring her opening and her connection for more erotic experiences. So it's actually pretty beautiful. It actually works together really well when we can get it to work together well. So back to Valentine's and this Valentine's idea. What you want to think of is okay, I want to use words, emotions. I want to create a romance for my Valentine. And the intention behind everything is actually the most powerful, okay? Some of the most powerful romantic experiences in my life have cost no money whatsoever. And since these are last minute ideas, I think pretty much all of them are almost free. So, one thing that you could do that goes really far with a woman is a really thoughtful note. And the idea of seeing her, seeing something in her and allowing her to see you through her eyes, that's going to create a lot of an emotional response. And that's really a gift that you're giving her. I was thinking of various things that I've heard in my life, romantic things or gifts of appreciation that meant a lot to me, and there was a whole bunch of them. One of my favorites was, let's take a phrase from it, and it wasn't on Valentine's Day, and it was from more kind of a spiritual, romantic connection, but somebody was in my life for a period of time, and he wrote at some point, Carrie, you're a beautiful writer. Well, actually, you're a beautiful everything, but in this particular moment, you're a beautiful writer. And that thing of like the particular compliment about, my writing, and then bringing into that, you're beautiful everything. I thought that was such an amazing thing to say. Now, not that you necessarily have to go out and copy that one. You can let it just spring from your heart when you think of the woman in front of you. And if you were inspired enough to spend Valentine's Day with her, I bet you there are some things about her that are pretty special to you. So you could, like, a really fun way to even do this is no pressure, just sit down and write out a little list of ideas of like what you really appreciate about that woman, the woman in your life, and pull something from that. And then, write her a thoughtful card. People feel the energy behind our words. So that's going to go really far. So that is, I think I wrote down 7 ideas, and I want to do like maybe 5 ideas for the video because I have less ideas from women to men, but I think I'm going to stick with 5. So yeah, thoughtful note. Flowers are generally going to go over well. Not all women love flowers, but most women that I know do. And yeah, you could say that flowers on Valentine's Day, there's a cliche there too, and they're also really beautiful. And I think that there's a lot to be said for them. So flowers, I think, are like a really romantic way to give a gift. And especially when it comes like flowers with a little note, you don't have to say a lot. Flowers with a little note can be very romantic. Another thing beyond reaching your woman with your words is creating 5 sensory experiences. So 5 sensory experiences create a lot of romance. They just enliven our senses and bring us more into the present. So lighting, is one of the first thing when you want to create a romantic atmosphere is to create romantic lighting. I will frequently I'll set up lighting even for myself at home. That's romantic lighting. That's like dim lighting, sensual lighting. I interviewed somebody who got an advanced degree in sexuality, and we talked about the first things that people respond to, and his number 1 takeaway was lighting. That lighting sets this sense of in primal times, being around a big campfire, like intimacy. So lighting is really important in a 5 sensory experience. Then music, there's a reason that, people use music for romantic evenings. It works. Any kind of sense that's another a sense of smell, if it's incense or something like that. The visual, having a neat and tidy space or space with flowers is going to touch into the visual sense as well. And then if you bring in something chocolate covered strawberries. I was at Costco today. There were chocolate covered strawberries for ridiculous, $12 or something, but so it's almost free for a Valentine's gift. But let's just say that one of your food things could be chocolate covered strawberries. That's a really romantic food. Or you could, in your 5 sensory experience, cook a romantic meal together. So have some time and connection time together. Remember, with women, the more time that you connect, when you are connecting, then you are allowing her to open up to you, to be more receptive to you. That romance is the great opener for women. And in all senses, open her heart, open her being, all places. So another really beautiful, simple way to do, I think that was 3 so far, so we have to do 2 more. As a fairly new YouTuber, I get to make sure that I count correctly the amount that I'm giving you. So yeah, you could keep that environment really romantic and pick out a romantic movie. Women tend to love romance. Again, can't really go wrong with a romantic movie. And then, another thing that you can do is just like utilizing, like in terms of 5 sensory experiences. You could go stargazing. If it's a clear night, put out a blanket and like look at the sky, look at stars in the sky. I mean, that's such a beautiful romantic thing to do. Costs no money and it's really connecting and gorgeous and romantic. I don't think I've ever like thought back an experience of stargazing and thought like, oh, I wish I'd never done that. It's always pretty beautiful. Or walking in nature. You could take a walk on the beach if you live near the beach, or take a walk, in the woods if it's during the day. If you're watching this right now and want to come up with an idea for a last minute Valentine's Day surprise. So there you go. Those are really simple ways to connect to the romantic side of the woman in your life. And remember, you want to think about anything that has her feeling seen and adored and special and cherished. Women love to feel cherished and loved. Now, if you're a woman and you're looking for a last minute special Valentine's Day idea for the man in your life, men, like I talked about in talking about the chakras, they tend to be stimulated, from like their desire, their erotic zone, like all of that. And they also, they tend to be very, very visual, okay? So eroticism and visual stimulation is gonna go extremely far. And this isn't like cliche, doesn't make them wrong. It's like, that all men care about are like looks or anything like that. Is they take in a lot of visual information from their eyes and they respond to life very erotically, okay? So they are, just like when you think of how to stimulate a woman, usually you're gonna, think of romance first. Like women want to be stimulated desire as well, but you're going to think that the opening door is romance. With men, you're going to think of the opening door as more of desire, okay? And men, the man in your life he's going to want to feel seen, appreciated, respected, and desired, okay? Those are the feelings that he likes to feel from, you being the woman in his life. And he loves to feel from you your receptivity and your openness to him. So actually, it's like your biggest Valentine's gift. I want you to think about like filling your own cup. I want you to think about like feeling really good today for yourself. So doing whatever that may be that like really fills you up. Like it could be, taking a really like a quick but gorgeous like bath with like, salts and bath bombs and whatever, and just like feeling really filled up. Baths actually, they release oxytocin and they kind of get the juiciness as women moving a bit. So if it's that, if it is, I am a big fan of surrounding myself and filling my own cup with love and with beauty. So like I frequently buy myself flowers, I get myself scented candles, I'll like create beauty around me that really like fills me up. I might fill myself up by reaching out to different girlfriends, chatting with them on the phone, or just like really another way that really kind of fills me up as a woman will be connecting with women. So all of these things are kind of like get more of these feminine juices flowing, and men just love to be around feminine energy and they love to be around feminine erotic energy. And so I would say as a gift for Valentine's Day, like the number one, I know I gave him 5, but like the number one thing I would say as a woman is to really feel good in your own body, to really spend as much as you can, even if it's just 5 minutes in the day, spend as much as you can on yourself. And then pick something, to wear in the evening that makes you feel incredible. So if it makes you feel incredible and sexy, even better. Like if there was a piece of lingerie that you love wearing, or a particular outfit that makes you feel so sexy, like anything like that, that is like a huge gift to him. Men actually feel joy, like joy, and all of this goodness being around a really feminine and sexy woman. It's hard to understand from the female perspective. What do I want to say about that? It just lights up male energy to be around feminine energy, and especially like in romance and eroticism. So if you want to wear something really sexy and like have whatever type of sexy time feels really good to you, and show him how you desire him, that is going to go very far on Valentine's Day. So there you go. I gave 5 tips for men, 1 tip for women, and it's kind of fun. A lot of it is about making women feel amazing on Valentine's Day. And the last thing I would say is that if you're feeling resistance to anything in the video, and these are just ideas for you to go out and to play with. Create Love is here for you to go out and create more love and joy in your life. And if something within the video feels resistant and you wanting to create an experience for your partner, for the man or woman in your life, then there might be some areas to tend to in that relationship, or to tend to within yourself. And because when we are in a relationship with somebody, we generally, and it's a pretty healthy relationship, we're going to want to give to them and create really amazing experiences for them. And so if you're not feeling that, that is totally okay. That is information that can be received and tended to in all different ways. And thank you so much for joining me today. And I wish you an amazing Valentine's Day, and sending you so much love to go create more love in your life.